Hi everyone, welcome to Social Question Era. This is Lokesha.Kellur, Assistant Teacher, Social Science, Talented Girls Residential School, Nanjangud Town, Mysore District. Dear students, in this video, again I come with some more important applied questions, one mark question. So these questions are helpful to your examination. Let us know about the important questions. The first one, Security Council of UNO play an important role in international court of justice. How? Because Security Council suggests the judges of International Court of Justice. Next one, how can we control mob violence? To use effective use of police, military and other agencies of the government, we can control mob violence. Next question, which article prohibit the child labor? That is article number 24. According to 24, below the age of 14 years children are child laborers. Next question, Child Adolescent Labor Prohibition and Regulating Act implemented in dash. So it was implemented in 1986. Adolescent Labor Prohibition Act, that is applied for age between 15 to 18 years children. So they are prohibited to work in dangerous work. So between 15 to 18 are called adolescent labors. Keep in mind the difference than child labor and adolescent labor. Child labor means the age below the age of 14 years. Adolescent labor means in between the age of 15 to 18 years. So it was introduced in 1986. Next question, why POXO Act introduced? When POXO Act introduced? So it was introduced in June 19, 2012. Next, aim of POXO Act or why POXO Act was introduced, because to address the sexual offense against the children. Next one, what is invisible hunger? Invisible hunger means the malnutrition is called invisible hunger. So that is the present major problem the children are faced, that is malnutrition. It is a invisible hunger. Next one, why does public food distribution system introduce? Because to provide health and food security for poor people, so they introduce public food distribution system. Go to next question, that is India has tropical monsoon type of climate. Why? Because a greater part of India lies in tropical zone and it influenced by monsoon winds. So we have tropical monsoon type of climate. Next question, during winter India's temperature and humidity low. Why? Because India gets oblique rays of the sun during winter seasons. Next question, the moisture laden winds blow from the southwest towards India. Why? Because the low pressure area developed over central India, so moisture laden winds blow from southwest towards India. Next question, eastern part of Western Ghats called as rain shadow region. Why? Because the rainfall decreases towards the eastern slope. So the monsoon winds blow towards east. So the rainfall it was decreased because it's known as rain shadow places. Next question, southwest monsoon start retreating during October. Why? Because high pressure over land mass and low pressure developed in Bay of Bengal. So retreating during October started. Next question, during 1901 to 1921 population growth was slow. Why? Because there is a high death rate due to disease and lack of medical care. Next question, you know that during 1951 to 1991, population growth is very high. Why? So because the fall of death rate and while continued birth rate. So population growth was high during 1951 to 1991. Next question, what is the reason for low density? Because the mountains are hilly area, low temperature, forest area, semi-desert area, these are the reasons so for low density. Next question, what is the reason for high density? Because there is a fertile soil, irrigation, transport and communication system is there, so there is a high density of population. Next question, the physical features affecting on distributions of population, how? So there is a mountain and hilly area are sparsely populated, and in the plain and delta have densely populations. Next question, climate affecting on distribution of population, how? So there is a high populations in favorable climate and sparse populations in cold and hot desert climates. Next question, there is a practice of child marriage and female feticide is inhuman. Why? Because it leads exploitation of girls. So child marriage and female feticides are inhuman activities. Next question, soil affecting on distribution of population, how? So the high populations in fertile soil region. So there is a low populations in infertile soil region. Next question, resources are affecting on distribution of population, how? So there is a minerals and power resources are as high populations. So lack of minerals and power resources have low distribution of population. Next question, northern plain has a high density of population. Why? So we know that it is the heart of India. Why? So because of a fertile soil and perennial rivers. Next question, how can the globalization create the free trade zone? So by removing the import and export duties, globalization creates free trade zone. Next question, when was the WTO established and where is the headquarters of WTO? So it was established in January 1st, 1995. The head office is in Geneva, Switzerland. Next question, a person has a guarantee for he purchased goods but the shopkeeper rejected this. What can he do? So according to Consumer Protection Act, with full evidence he should give complaint to get the justice. So next question, all the natives of Hindus are completely corrupt. Who said this? There is Lord Cornwallis. Next question, Indian farmers were born in debt and lived in debit and died in debit. Who said this statement? So it's said by Charles Mackay. Next question, Lord Lytton implemented Vernacular Press Act. Why? Because to curb the independence of independent press. Next question, who strived to bring various measures to free and downtrodden from the cycles of caste system? So the person is Devraj Aras. Next question, who tried to eradicate practice of carrying night soil on the head? So the person, that is Basavalingappa. Next question, why did Raja Ram Mohan Rai establish Atmiya Sabha? Because to eradicate religious and social evils out of Bengal. So dear students, these questions are definitely helpful for examinations to get more marks. So keep watch. I come next video. I wait to watch my next video. Thank you very much.